Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are doing great. Okay, children, in our last session, we have finished A reading from third unit, right? That is, Swami is expelled from school. I told you to write a glossary and summary in your classworks. I hope you have written that. Okay, so please write, children. Don't neglect your works. And you know that FA2 exams are ahead, right? So syllabus is going to be like second unit full. So prepare again. Okay, so workbook part, textbook part, everything second unit full. 3 lessons you have to prepare for FA2 exam. Okay, in today's session we'll discuss textbook part, vocabulary part. Open your textbooks, page number 52 under vocabulary. So first bit, you need to write the synonyms. Synonyms means we know that, right? Same meaning. So one table is given, 4 words are there: beat, angry, rascal, humiliation. Actually, we have discussed all these words while explaining the lesson itself. So do one thing, okay, take out your dictionaries, search the meanings for all these words and write down here itself, okay? In the textbook itself, you need to write. Next one. Coming to phrasal verbs. This one also we already discussed in our first unit, snake and mirror. In that lesson itself we have discussed about phrasal verbs, right? So what are phrasal verbs? Verbs followed by prepositions or adjectives are called as, adverbs are called as phrasal verbs. Here some words are given, right? Keep away, look around, look at, bring down, cut off. Okay, so even you need to find out the meanings for all these phrasal verbs. Okay, look at, cut off, keep away, bring down, we have discussed. Okay, all these phrasal verbs we have discussed before itself. So do one thing, search and write the meanings here itself. Okay, some more words are also given. Second bit, total, and third bit, total. Coming to third one, you need to use them in the sentences also. Okay, for example, bring is given, you need to make it as a phrasal verb. For example, you can say bring up, bring down. Okay, look at, look into, look around, look out after. So if you take word look, so many phrasal verbs will get it. Look up, look down, look at, look into, look after, like that. Okay, break down, break up, keep up, keep out, keep away, like that. Okay, so try to find out the phrasal verbs, find out the meaning and use them in your sentences. You are into 9th class now, children, so you have to do it on your own. Okay, dictionary, searching meanings and knowing all these meanings are very important. Okay, so just check the meanings of all these words in your dictionary and write them in your own sentences. Use them. Okay, next we'll discuss today writing part. Turn the page number 55. First question, what do you think Swami might have thought after he had left his school? Write down his reflections in the form of a diary. So writing diary entry, which comes under minor discourse, which will be given for 5 marks in your exam, right? Okay, so this one we already discussed. We know the format of diary entry, but I'll just briefly describe that. First one, you have to write diary entry as heading. Then write date and time. Then coming to salutation, write dear diary. Then body of the diary, at the end signature. Okay, under body of diary, what you have to write? What do you think Swami might have thought after he had left his school? We know the lesson, right? In that lesson, at the end of the lesson, we came to know that Swami left his school. Okay, so at that moment, what might be he was thinking? Okay, so Swami might have thought after he had left his school. So imagine yourself as Swami. If you are in that position, how will you think, or how Swami will think? Imagine that, assume that, and write the same thing in the form of diary. Okay, next. Third question, children. Imagine that your headmaster wanted to serve a notice to check the irregularity of the students. Now, on behalf of your headmaster, prepare a notice for display. Even notice writing also we have discussed that one, right? Here also it comes under minor discourse for 5 marks. Again same pattern almost. First keep the heading as notice. Next write the name of the organization or institution. Then mention date. Then write body of the notice about the matter, what it is. You need to imagine or assume yourself as the headmaster of the school. So headmaster here wanted to like circulate message about the irregularity of the students. Irregularity means what? Here students are not coming regularly to the school. About that only he wanted to circulate one message. Okay, so if you are a headmaster of the school, how would you deliver that message? Write that one as a notice and by just mention by the principal or by the headmaster. Okay, like that write notice. Then study skills. There is a table, children. So this table talks about reasons for dropouts among children aged 5 to 14 years during the period 1997 to 98. Who are called as dropouts, children? Dropouts means the children who discontinues their studies. Okay, in the middle of their studies itself, maybe from 6th class or 7th class, 8th class, like that. They are going to discontinue that because of several reasons again. Maybe they are not like lacking of interest in studies. Second one, mostly because of poverty, as parents are very poor people, as they are not able to send them to school. Okay, they may become as dropouts. Okay, so here some reasons are given already in the table. Here look at this table, observe this table. Okay, first column, what is that? Reasons for dropouts. What is that? Let us see. 8 reasons are there. Child not being interested in studies. Second one, parents not being interested in studies. First case is children are not interested. Second case, parents are not interested. That's why they are not sending them to the school. Third one, unable to cope. That means what? There is no coordination between children and parents. Fourth one, to work for wage or salary. So because of poverty, they need to go for work for salary or for wages. Fifth one, participation in other economic activities. Again same thing, if they are going for any work, they can't able to come or attend the school. Attend to domestic duties. Domestic duties means what? Who are called as domestic workers? The people who works in the house as maids for cooking, cleaning, okay, or for any other help in the homes. Okay, if anybody is working, then we call them as domestic workers. So if the children are attending for domestic duties, maybe because of that also they can become like dropouts. Second one, financial constraints. Last one, other reasons. Okay, again here 2 places are given, rural and urban areas. Rural areas means like village, urban means cities and towns. Okay, so again that one categorized into male and female. Okay, so study the table first, observe that table first. Then there are few questions. So read all those questions and answer. They are very easy, children. Okay, so just I am leaving it for your homework itself. This is also your homework part today. Okay. Next, coming to listening and speaking. Okay, listening and speaking also we'll see. Here also just I will read that. You need to answer the questions on your own. Page number 169. So speeches. Speech means you know, right? Okay, for example, for some occasions, Children's Day, Independence Day, Republic Day, generally we give speeches, right? Okay, so here are speeches. Speech 1 and speech 2. Let's see. Good evening to all the people present here today. It's a pleasure to start this occasion by welcoming everybody. I welcome our headmaster to preside over the function. Now I would like to invite the Honorable Chief Guest, our MLA, to come onto the dais. I welcome my teachers, my fellow friends and schoolmates. Today we'll have gathered here for the annual day celebration. I welcome you all and I hope you enjoy the program. Now I request our headmaster to start the function. Thank you. So it's like starting of the program, right? Generally this will be done by the anchors, host, who is going to host the program that will be addressed by them. So it's like opening of the program. That was one kind of speech. Coming to the next one. Okay. Second one, speech 2. I have great pleasure in welcoming our principal to preside over the Children's Day program that we have today. It's a great privilege for me to invite our chief guest, the DO of our district, who has kindly consented to be the chief guest for the day. I also welcome other distinguished guests who also have consented to be with us today despite their tight schedule. I cordially welcome my colleagues and non-teaching staff too. In today's celebration, our main heroes are our students. So I welcome them and their parents too, along with all others. I hope you enjoy very aspect of this event and request the president to begin the proceedings. Thank you. So the same concept, but the way of addressing is different. So that was speech 1 and speech 2. Now what you have to do? So here are few questions. Page number 57. Question number 1. Who is the speaker of speech 1? Obviously a boy or a girl, anchor of the program, host of the program. What is the occasion mentioned in the first speech? Annual day, first one. Okay. Second one. What is the occasion mentioned in the second speech? Children's Day. Fourth one. Who is the chief guest mentioned in the second speech? So who is that? It's a honorable. Who is the chief guest? DEO. Okay, of the district. Fifth one. Who is addressing the gathering in the second speech? So who is addressing here? Again, one student here also. Okay, so like this you need to answer the questions, children. I hope you understood this one. So today's homework is you need to find out the meanings for all the phrasal verbs, write and use them in your sentences also. That is one thing. Second one, coming to the writing part, assume yourself as a Swami and write diary entry. Third one, assume yourself as a headmaster of the school. You need to write a notice about the irregularity of the students. Okay, so that one, even listening and speaking also, read once the speeches and try to answer the questions. Okay, so with this we have finished the textbook part, children. Reading A. In the next session we'll start reading B. Okay, coming to the grammar part, only direct speech and indirect speech is there. That will cover up in one complete session, in one individual session. Okay, and FE2 exams are ahead. I think you know about that. So syllabus is going to be like a second unit full. You need to learn all the 3 readings from second unit. Prepare well for your FE2 exam. I have given 2 projects, FE1 and FE2. Finish your projects, finish your classworks and homeworks and all. Okay, thank you.